Hey y'all, welcome back for video 2. First, let's talk about diversification. You've heard the old adage, never put all your eggs in one basket. Well, there's some wisdom to that. So, in making passive income, we look for multiple ways to bring in cash rather than just one method. So, in this series, we're going to give you ideas about investments, modes of saving money, and actual work online, and some that's not online, that can give you a great diversification of income streams. So if one video's ideas just aren't for you, don't worry. Keep viewing the other videos, and I'm sure we'll have something that sticks out to you. There will be something you feel you want to do. This video, video number 2, is about earning money by using your house or your yard. You list your yard, your house online, but some ideas don't require the internet. So keep watching to find out more.
Hey, it's not the 20th century anymore. It's time to learn to work from home or from wherever you choose to and make a passive income that allows you to do the things you love to do.
Okay, there are several ways to make money from your yard or your house if you have ample enough space. Many of these ideas make use of an online database where you will be seen and can get clients, and some don't happen online at all, but we thought they were worth mentioning. So some ways may also be possible for smaller yards. Get creative. Maybe you can adapt one of these ideas even if your yard or your house is small. But the majority are definitely for those who own their own homes on a larger lot. The first idea would require an investment or startup cost, depending on your situation. You also have to check with your local laws, your city, your HOA, whatever, to make sure that you're allowed to do this in your place of residence. So you could consider building a tiny home, one of those mother-in-law cabins out back, and rent those out for vacationers coming in, or to a full-time resident, sublet it. So building a tiny home could cost as little as $5,000 or $10,000, or as much as $50,000 if you have somebody else doing the work. I mean, like we said, there's an investment in this. Either way, it would definitely be an investment to begin with, but could bring in quite a bit of money for you in the long term. Better yet, perhaps if you already have an extra home, a pool house, or that back shed that you could convert to a place that you could rent out. You could list that on Airbnb or Vrbo or one of the rental places like that. You could also consider renting out your main house if you try the Homestay.com model of accommodation. If you have but a single guest room suitable for renting out, Homestay could be the right choice for you. Their philosophy is to have travelers from other countries and cultures come in and stay with you and pay you rent for a short period of time, and you as the homeowner would play host. You don't necessarily have to leave the premises like a bed and breakfast. You're there and you can guide them in the best places of interest in your area, places to eat, things to do. So if the idea of renting out a tiny home or a portion of your home is appealing to you, give that a try. If it's too much of a startup for your situation, don't worry, we have more in store. If renting out to vacationers or others is out of the question for you, perhaps you can still make use of your money by renting out the spaces in or around your property, such as closets, basements, garages, the storage shed, or maybe even a parking space. Neighbor.com allows anyone to rent out such spaces, even space like under a loft bed. I mean, that little space underneath your bed, you can rent that out. So you can also check out stash.com or stowit.com to see if they might be a good fit for the space you can rent out. Do you have a green thumb? You could consider a small farming or gardening operation. With a small garden, you could simply cut down on your grocery bill enough to save money, or you could grow more than you personally need and sell the excess at your local farmer's market. Gardening is a relatively low cost beginning, but it is labor intensive. And you'll need to do your homework to see what things sell in your area, as well as what grows best in your area. But if gardening is something you love to do anyways, this could be a wonderful fit for you. But what if you have a brown thumb, like me? There is a website for renting out portions of your yard for someone else to do the gardening. It's called yardyum.com. Links for all these will be down in the description of the video. So if you're finding this video informative and helpful for giving you ideas on ways to have your assets work for you, please hit that like button now. Now, on with the ideas for making money from your yard and home. Are you allergic to bee stings? If not, consider becoming a beekeeper on your property. There are lots of things to learn with beekeeping and a lot to do for it. Also, if that's more than you feel you can do, maybe you could consider renting out space on your property to a beekeeper. Either way you want to go with it, check out the website Lease Honey for more information. It's a win-win for the ecology, save the bees, and keep our local crops pollinated. If beekeeping or bee renting seems daunting to you, consider raising chickens in your yard. There is a lot of startup involved with this, including learning and obtaining the appropriate conditions for your chickens to thrive. They require work and would require someone reliable to tend to them if you have to be gone for any reason. But they can also be quite rewarding. Chickens make good pets, or so we're told. We don't have chickens ourselves, at least not yet anyway. They provide eggs, which you can sell or eat. Also, chickens can be rented out. Yes, believe it or not, came as a surprise to me. Check out the site hobbyfarms.com, which will be helpful to you should you decide to raise chickens yourself, or if you possibly want to rent them out for someone else. Hobbyfarms.com also has info on a lot of other things, including beekeeping. If you find the work and the maintenance of chickens a little overwhelming, maybe chicken rental would be something you find interesting to do, because it could teach you in a done-for-you kind of way to manage chickens without the commitment to the long-term raising and caring for them yourself. You could take them for a spin, as it were, before deciding for sure. What if, one at a time, slowly, step by step, you got some bees, you did that a little while, you got some chickens, you did some gardening, one little step at a time. The local farmers market would be a great way to make money with all three different products. Or, okay, maybe farming endeavors are just a little off the table for you. There are still a couple of things you might consider. The first one is renting your yard out as an event space. You would have to have the appropriate space and access to that space. But if you do, you can set up marquees, seating, beautiful decor and landscaping, and porta potties off to the side for major events such as weddings, reunions, or whatever it may be. If your place is lacking a large enough space for a venue or accessible space, or you've got to consider the parking, you could offer your beautiful home or property as a photographic location. You can rent by the hour to photographers that are always looking for that next wonderful, picturesque spot for a photo shoot with their clients. So your yard or house might just be it. Peerspace is a website where photographers and hosts can find each other. Our next idea for you is making your yard into a private dog park. Yes, I said dog park. Local dog owners, especially those in apartments and townhomes nearby, could rent your yard on an hourly basis to give their dogs a space to run and play in the safety and privacy without having a bunch of other dogs around like in the big public dog parks. You would have to make sure your yard was fenced in securely and completely, and provide a source of water for dogs to drink and possibly play in. And depending on the size of your yard, a nice touch would be a doggy agility course. It would also be a good thing to provide a bench or two for your renter humans to sit on while his or her dogs are at play. The most work on the outgoing basis would be the poop scooping. You can make a term of entering the park that the pet owner would be responsible for picking up after their dogs. This would save you some of the cleanup effort, and if you provide baggies in a trash can, most people would be accommodated. Check out the site sniffspot.com. Our last idea is for pool owners. If you have already gone through the expense of having a pool built in your yard, or if your home came with it and you've maintained it well, then it could be a source of income for you. It would be nice if you could offer bathroom access to your guest swimmers, or even a utility half bath would be fine. You can learn more about and also list your pool at swimply.com. That's SWIMPLY, swimply.com. It's also a good place to look if you're in need of a private pool to rent. So we hope you found some food for thought at the very least in this video. If you aren't a homeowner or your property isn't suitable for the ideas that we've mentioned here, don't worry, we have so much more to share with you. You're going to find something you feel you can do to make the most of your assets and get them working for you. If not physical assets like we discussed here, at least ideas for using your expertise and knowledge are forthcoming. Remember to surround yourself with people who are positive about the changes that you're wanting to make in your life, to make your life more comfortable, a little more manageable, and a lot more relaxing, with time for your family and for yourself. Finding ways to bring in extra money when you are living paycheck to paycheck is a very good way to ease stress and anxiety that are so harmful to your health, not to mention to your relationships. Making positive efforts towards having some passive income and some extra opportunities for earning is a good thing, so stay positive. We would be amiss if we didn't again offer the opportunity for learning good business and marketing skills. Please consider taking our $7 15-day business challenge with Legendary Marketer to see if affiliate marketing is a good fit for you. The challenge is not the whole deal. It is just a trial to see what affiliate marketing entails and whether you would like to try it or not. Be sure to click that link in the description. We will ask you for your email. This email is for David and Wendy alone. That's us. We're not sharing it with anyone else, and we don't sell it, not ever. We don't even give it to Legendary Marketer. You have to do that yourself. Remember, there are many ways to get this education, but we think Legendary Marketer is the best, or we wouldn't promote it, because it gives you the opportunity and the skills and people to help you. Thanks for joining us on this video. Catch us on the next one when we look at making money online, method 12, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss out. See you next time.